So guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Larry. Remember, if you're watching me for the first time, kindly hit the subscribe button, comment, like and share. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much, and to my new subscribers, I want you to feel much welcomed on board. And today I have this video lined up for you. And so we all know about the two major parties in Jamaica. That's the PNP and the JLP. The PNP is led by Mark Goldie, and the JLP is led by the PM, who is Andrew Holness. So Mark Goldie had his say about everything that's going on with the JLP's governance in Jamaica. So guys, let's watch this video and then I'll be back with more.
Damon Crawford, the man sleeps, breathes education. He is thinking about that portfolio 24/7. When I have dialogue with him, whether it be over the phone or whether it be in person or by text, the man is thinking about every problem in the education system and coming up with innovative solutions to dealing with the problems. And it's all evidence-based and data-driven. And I'm looking forward to what you are going to do for our education system, sir. Because I know, my comrade, that in your hands we're going to take it out of the doldrums and deliver what Jamaica needs. We have to invest in our comrades. There are all political things going on. This government is in its fifth and final year. Fifth and final year. This is not the time for by-elections. This is the time for bye-bye elections. We want the general, because we're ready to take back this thing in the interest of the Jamaican people. I will not be distracted by any kind of political maneuvers that are not in the best interest of the country. People out there suffer. There will hurt many people in the country. The General Secretary has gone through, in his own inimitable style, highlighting some of the issues facing our people. So many of our farmers suffered from the hurricane, and they were suffering from before too. And yet, the relief that is being passed on to them is inadequate, woefully. And you're going to take $30 million to run a by-election because you have 49 MPs, 48 now, and you can't find one who can do the work that is required. That shows that your team is not ready to be in government, and that you must be removed from government so another man and another group can take over. We have work to do, comrades. We have to set this country in the right direction. We have a situation where after all the heavy lifting that was done when Sister P was Prime Minister and Dr. Peter David Phillips was Finance Minister and Horace Daly was in that ministry, making sure that the public service was on board with the sacrifices that were needed at the time to take the country out of a very difficult situation of debt that was strangling us. And we are the ones who did the heavy lifting, and in 4 years took the country from the precipice and put it on the right path. I would have thought, and we all thought by now, that with the sacrifices that have been made and the tight fiscal management which have become part of how Jamaica has to be run, that we would have seen the fruits and the benefits flowing to the people through higher levels of inclusive and sustainable economic growth. They promised us 5 in 4. They have been unable to deliver anything remotely close to that. And in fact, in this 8th year or more since they assumed office in 2016, in the fiscal quarter ending in June this year, before Beryl came and ravaged the country had no growth. 0.1% growth is what the Planning Institute of Jamaica tells us we have had. So there's a Ministry of Economic Growth. It is headed by the Prime Minister, and it must get a failing grade because it has failed to deliver meaningful growth. And without meaningful growth, you will not have the revenues that are required to improve the lives of the people by making the necessary investments to make the people's lives better. In order to get growth, we have to make some changes to how we focus and what we prioritize. Our talented sons into the portfolio of education. Damien Crawford, the man sleeps, breathes education. He is thinking about that portfolio 24/7. When I have dialogue with him, whether it be over the phone or whether it be in person or by text, the man is thinking about every problem in the education system and coming up with innovative solutions to dealing with the problems. And it's all evidence-based and data-driven. And I'm looking forward to what you are going to do for our education system, sir. Because I know, my comrade, that in your hands we're going to take it out of the doldrums and deliver what Jamaica needs. We have to invest in our human capital. We have to improve the productivity of our people by making them capable of operating at a higher level through having the necessary education and skills and understanding to do that kind of work. The health system, despite the man who in charge being such a PR expert, which is really his core competence, anybody who has to interface with the health system in this country and has to go into a public health facility because they are sick, dog name your supper, you can't get a bed, you have to sit down on a bench or a chair for hours and hours when you should be admitted and being looked after, and you're suffering there, and some of them don't make it because it is not right, and there's no dignity in how the health system is treating our people. Dr. Alfred Dawes, he has a plan for dealing with the public health system. He understands it. The man is a consultant, physician, and he understands the issues. He's worked in the public health system. He is a doctor. He doesn't have a doctorate. He is a real doctor. And he is going to take the public health system from where it is now and put it on the right track so it can serve the needs, the health needs of our people. Comrades, we have to have a robust and appropriate focus on agriculture as a mainstay of our economy. Agriculture has the potential to take Jamaica from being a low-growth, low-tech economy to one where we can generate wealth for our people all over, not just in town, but in the country parts, rural Jamaica. But it needs the right focus and support. We have talked about the need for cold storage facilities, and your MP in waiting has put on the table the need for 2 of them in this constituency, which is one of the leading producers of vegetable produce in the country. I support that initiative because I know that if we get behind our farmers and give them the right support and the right training, the right linkages, we can take our agriculture and our production to another level. Farm roads need attention. Credit and financing for farmers need attention. Cold storage facilities need attention. Marketing support for farmers need attention. Opening markets for export and supporting our farmers need attention. The People's National Party sees agriculture and agro-industry as a mainstay which is not presently performing at the level and has not been for many years. That demand they understood it enough. That demand they put agriculture at the center of his development plans. In fact, I believe he held the portfolio of agriculture when he became premier in 1955. Agriculture must become one of the legs of the stool to make our stool firm and strong and support the society and the generation of wealth for all of our people. And I have put our General Secretary in charge of it because he is a brilliant man. He is a man of immense energy, a man who has intellectual capacity. He will work extremely hard and he will always be delivering in the interest of our farmers, our small farmers, our medium-sized farmers, our large farmers. We want to move agriculture forward so Jamaica can move forward. Food security is a real challenge for the world. Jamaica must step up so that we can ensure our people can eat well and we can feed other countries that need the things that we have. We have some of the best produce, the best cocoa, the best ginger, the best ganja. Are we that in Jamaica? We must be in a position to deliver and back in those things, lawfully of course, all over the world, wherever it is lawful to buy it from us. Comrades, we have work to do. Our workers in this country deserve some support, some new thinking to ensure that their rights are protected. We have a thing in this country called contract work. Sometimes contract arrangements are valid and proper. Sometimes they are abusive of the rights of our workers because they deny them the basic package of benefits that man like Michael Joshua Manley fought hard to ensure that they should have. I'm proud that we have our General Secretary of the National Workers Union here. And Val, you know that we have good plans for bringing the workers up to where they should be in terms of the rights and support that the state ought to give the working class. We want to ensure that in the government system, persons who are working for long periods of time on contract and don't have the benefits and security that they should have become proper employees so that they can have those rights and those benefits. And in the private sector, we want to ensure that the rights of our workers are respected because we want a productive workforce and productive enterprises that can compete with the best in the world. And if we treat our workers with respect, our workers will deliver what the working class can deliver, which is top quality productivity in the workplace. Comrades, we need to respect the rights of our people. We have to respect the people like the Rastafari community and other indigenous groups, the Maroons. We can't have a situation where children who are the children of Rastafari parents can't send their children to school because they have locks. In this day and age, nothing can go so. And I'm ashamed that the government of Jamaica would put its legal resources to fight a case against a little girl who was denied access to primary school because she had locks. That could never happen under a PNP government, certainly not one led by Mark Jefferson Bowling. Beaches, we have a situation where the vast majority of the beaches in this country are not accessible to our people. We have to have a policy, a proactive policy that is respectful of all, but ensures that our people have access to the beaches of this country. In other parts of the Caribbean, which have a strong tourism product, they don't have a situation where they exclude access that their people ought to have. Their people are allowed to and do enjoy full access to the beaches of those countries and those islands. Jamaica needs to be ruled in a way that is sensitive to the needs and rights of all the people of this country. And there should be no exclusion or division or discrimination. We don't deal with that. We uplift all our people. So comrades, when we are in power, we have a lot of work to do. When we reach there, we have to take Jamaica from where it is now, which is really underperforming in terms of our true potential, and take it to the next level. Transformation, so many things, the culture and creative industries. I'm not going into all of that tonight. All I can say to you, comrades, is we are on a mission. We know where we are going. We want to take Jamaica to a higher heights. Put us on the right path of development. People-centered development, where all Jamaicans belong. All can benefit and feel part of the country and part of what Jamaica has to offer. And for that to happen, comrades, you have to do the work. You have to do your duty as our workers and warriors. You have to ensure any little issues, any little isms and schisms, any little personal divisions that may have existed in the past, we not deal with that. We have to put down those things because we have to come together as one. And we have to work in a common cause. You have a man stepping forward, a man who, when you deliver him to Garden House, will be part of the government. Won't be no backbencher, because he is a man who's tried and tested at the higher levels, and I know he's competent and capable, and I can rely on him to do the work of the people honestly and with diligence. So comrades, my message to you and my request of you is, let us do the political work that is required. Let us all go out there and sell the message, take the message to the people, that the People's National Party are united and strong and focused on making the lives of the people better and taking Jamaica to a better place. And let us do the work that is required, so when the time comes, North Clarendon will once again be in the column of the People's National Party, and part of the constituencies that are in Garden House on the right side, making sure that we form government. Comrades, are you ready to deliver North Clarendon for the People's National Party? Comrades, are you ready to ensure that I and I achieve the victory and that my Jefferson Golden becomes your next Prime Minister of Jamaica? Comrades, you sound like you're ready. I feel the energy. Power to the people, I say. Power to the people. One love, comrades. God bless you all. The world is yours.
One more clever move Mark Golding make again. One more clever move Mark Golding make again. Andrew Holness, you get beaten all Anglian. Hey! No by election. Andrew Holness do these things when it please him and please nobody else. You remember in the pandemic when all of the analysts them say don't keep no election, but the polls did a lead by far. The polls did a whoop Peter Phillips, and he couldn't wait the time. He call it right in the pandemic. As they started the pandemic, man, that time we have about 15 or so cases. And you see, when the man called the election and mobilize the Jamaican people them in the election and the pandemic, is a sweep across the country. And the analyst in there said, don't keep it, but true, him did a lead Peter Phillips so by a wide margin. Him couldn't wait no time. No. Why you want to keep by election now? A general election if you call, why you going to waste taxpayers' money now? When the road them want fix, hospital want fix, Zin, school them want finish repair. Zin, the budget no good, but you want waste money if you spend on one special seat. What about the other 2 seats them were vacant over a year now? You know, if you said them the seat they should not call by election first. But this by election is an agenda, is a political chess game Andrew Holness a play. You see? Political chess game. So wrong about them the seat, the why them the by elections couldn't call before that one. Either them the seat they're not important like Andrew Holness agenda and Matthew Somoda agenda. Matthew Somoda want a seat they can stand a better chance more than the seat where I come out of. You see me? And Andrew Holness rather please him. And then they said, no, yourself, man, we'll keep by election and the rest of them. Keep the other one them rest. Keep the other by election them first. Then you keep this one after. You have to, so then the people know. So Matthew Somoda political agenda or aspiration more important than the constituency there. The people them not important like Matthew Somoda. But a Labour right them. Then forget what them a get. Them seat they were vacant. Then deserve what them a get. They never get no representation. Because they lock them out, everybody keeps silent because Andrew Holness. So Matthew Somoda agenda and aspiration more important than them the vacant seat. So Mark Holness is a next brilliant move you make me brother. It a mash up them. So you know what I say about Mark Holness bad mind. Not true. Tell Andrew Holness we call the election and stop squander taxpayers' money. Look how much taxpayers' money then squander. And when Andrew Holness won by election with Mark Holness, have to test in political machine on the ground. You need to test that off of your own. Don't use Mark Holness and then turn against Mark Holness. Now go use him. So Mark Holness I use him, I try to use him. No by election, no PNP, nothing contest, no by election with them. Make them one contest them by election. You see me there? Waste of taxpayers' money. You need to call the election. Because I'm agenda I'm try to secure no. Because if let me tell you something, you see if the other 2 seats then important to Matthew Somoda, any one of them other 2 seats there. Matthew Somoda they pick at that by election Andrew Holness to the call. But Matthew Somoda interested in this seat more than anything else. Without this seat in political career over. Watch it right. I'm not going to see many more. I'm here about one ship a gun coming in the country. I so touch on that.
Once again, welcome back. So guys, I hope you've watched this video up to the end. And you've had to listen to what the PNP leader Mark Golding has to say about this. Now we've had him say, or rather portray what he'll do for the country if he is voted in as the next Jamaica's PM. Well, it's up to you guys to decide who's the leader, who's to stay in power and who's to leave. So we've heard him talk about the case of a little girl who was denied access to primary school because she had lapse. And that makes me wonder to what reason would people, or rather the school administration, deny a girl such access to school. The girl just wanted to learn. The girl just needs to acquire some knowledge. And guys, I think this is one of the cases that makes people choose to illegally immigrate to other countries. This is what makes people choose to change their nationalism, or rather their citizenship, to other country, because they feel like their country is not appreciating them much enough. Because if they did, they'd be giving them much opportunities to just learn, because they are no different from the rest of the people. Everybody goes to school with the motive or with the aim of acquiring some knowledge. And I don't know the reason as to why you have to discriminate somebody because of their physical appearance, because of their background check, and because of their disabilities or inabilities to do something. Another thing, we've had the cases of insecurities in Jamaica. We've had the incidents of the mass shooting at the Clarendon, Cherry Tree Lane, and there's another incident of a soldier, JDF soldier, who was shot, and people took to the streets to complain to the internet. Everybody had their own say about everything that's going on in Jamaica. Now Mark Golding has said, or rather portrayed, ways of which he'll deal with that. After all, they are politicians. You know them better. So it's your choice to make the right decision. Another thing, we also remember the incident of a boy who was beaten by a shark, and the government had to tell people that there are no sharks, and the boy was not beaten by a shark. And we had some specialists came and they identified that to be a shark bite. And everybody was wondering, like, why were the police instructed to tell the people, to tell these Jamaican citizens that it was not a shark attack? You tell me, guys, isn't that endangering the lives of other citizens and other tourists? Okay. Another thing we had Mark Golding talk about is the cases of corruption. There is been incidences of missing money. So we also know that the PM, who is Andrew Holness, he was accused with Paula Lulin. They both were accused of using the citizens, the taxpayers' money to benefit themselves, and they are asking to why that this PM has never, or rather Paula Lulin has never instructed the PM to be investigated, his assets to be certified by the Integrity Commission. And also there is this case of Nigel Clark, who ditched his position in the government to join the IMF. We've also been told that both Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness borrowed a total sum of $1.7 trillion from the IMF without the knowledge of the Jamaicans themselves. So this is among all the things that the PNP leader Mark Golding has talked about, and he has talked about his supporters, like the Damian Crawford. He said how good that guy is, the guy who only dreams about the portfolio and the well-being of the country. Well, guys, as we know, he called it not a by-election, but a bye-bye elections. So you guys, the ball is in your hands. You know who's good, and I'd like you to vote in a leader, not just a politician. Vote in a leader when it gets to that voting period. Vote in for somebody who has the better vision of your country, somebody who has a better vision of the coming generations, somebody who has sees or rather the well-being of a country in the years and decades to come. So guys, and until we meet again, remember, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button so that you'll be the first one to be notified whenever I post my contents on YouTube. So, and until we meet again now, peace out.